Just north of the Delaware Expressway and east of Broad Street, we find ourselves at Lincoln Financial Field in South Philly. Tonight, we start Week 9 with a prime-time matchup between the Green Bay Packers and the Philadelphia Eagles. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go, back. Ultra. Back.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them. And boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. To throw, it's Lance. Pass caught, it's Romeo Doubs. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 13 yards, first down, Packers.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
On 2nd and 7, Lance. And that nearly an interception here on his opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. Got a man complete to Cedric Wilson. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 34-yard line. That 3rd down conversion good for 23. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll try the left side. Goodson. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now Lance on the bootleg. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. And defensively, these corners struggled last week. They're struggling again here early on the opening drive.
And you know that was not unnoticed on tape. So when they saw their struggle last week, Guaranteed that went right into the game plan. Attack them early, see if they're going to play any better, and if not, you keep the pressure on them until things change.
Throwing on first down is Lance. And it's caught. Touchdown. Brevin Jordan, his first touchdown on the year. And the Packers will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. You'd have to imagine for a team that's lost 3 straight games, scoring first in this first quarter has to feel pretty good.
It has to feel great for them, and also it's a nice signal to the rest of the team because we talk about complementary football all the time. So they've now signaled to the defense, now signaled to the kicking game, hey, we're here to play in this one. We're going to do our part. Let's see if you guys will do the exact same, and we can break this losing streak.
So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. For Marshall, that's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Just the first quarter of tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a different story. Long night.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The Eagles at 4-3, a game over 500. They were losers their last time out. Trying to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home. But sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences and carry that into the contest.
And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
But now they're in a spot that every team tells us when we have our production meetings they don't want to be in 3rd and long. And that's because those back-to-back running plays just didn't accomplish a whole lot.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Back to throw now on 1st down. It returns it right back to Samuel. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
I'll tell you, he got away with it there, pops up okay, but got to be careful in the running game.
You certainly do, and these young quarterbacks, these rookies, I remember talking to Carson Wentz his rookie year, And he said, yeah, but when I take off and go, I kind of have a running back mentality. And I'm like, yeah, but you're a quarterback.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Joey Bosa, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
It's a second down run with Sanders, and he'll be taken down at the 34. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. And this will stay at a 7-point game. Hard to believe that they could mount that long of a drive and come up with nothing on the scoreboard.
It can be disheartening, it can be frustrating, and can also cause some anger, because when that happens, that type of a drive, and you come up empty, you're really looking for someone to blame, and you start pointing fingers at each other.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this just more in what has been really a string of bad luck for them?
Well, to me, it comes down to leadership. And leadership's got to spin it into a positive and make it an advantage for them. Yes, we're in a losing streak. Yes, no one thinks we can win. But we have the resources we need right here in this room. Let's go ahead and play better. Let's hang together and shock the world a little bit. Put it all together. They've got a chance of coming out with a W.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now a give right side. Goodson down at the 35. It'll be second down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Moore, the man in motion. From the 35 on second down. Lance. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
He came through well with a nice pass breakup there. Fortunate that he was on the spot. He's the only guy left to prevent the first down.
So third down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Here's Lance to throw it. And that is incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that will extend their lead even further. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
Right there, hurt.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
Here we go. Here we
They
go.
come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Ready.
Back to throw. And Graham on the ground. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. And even 30 yards on a play that began back at the 30.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Come back, team. Come back, team. Go street.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles have got it back to within a score. Elliott good with a PAT, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least give them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he's got some space here. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Give him 32 on the play. Well, that is a running back who is not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
And that, in a nutshell, shows you what this guy's made of. I mean, most guys in the NFL just can't do that. He absorbed the contact, refocused himself, and made a break for the end zone.
Off of play action, here's Lance. On the move to his, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up second.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Throwing now is Lance. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 34-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 34. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they eventually get to him at the 17 after a pickup of 17 into the red zone. 1st down.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities. And we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Facing a 2nd and 3. Ball on the 10. Up the middle they go. Goodson. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Lance to throw on 3rd and 1. And it's a Packers touchdown. Elijah Moore, his 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys are able to extend their lead. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run, so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports.
Bills. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
No, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Jair Alexander.
Well, it certainly felt like he was going to challenge this defense no matter what, and he stepped up and tried to throw it to the outermost edge of the zone coverage, and they were more than ready for him. The problem now is if they are limited in what they're doing throwing the football, they got to figure out how to move it without being able to throw it to the outside and throw it downfield.
Here we go. Here we go.
Play action. Now it's Lance.
Sliding out of the pocket. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. That puts him in excellent position, 1st and goal after a gain of 19.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
Hey, smoke you.
On 1st down, Goodson. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Goodson. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Lance now on 3rd and goal.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Robert Spillane. And the Eagles are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And they'll begin inside their own 10, so field position certainly not in their favor here.
And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
Hey, check that, check that.
So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this 3rd quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Well, the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense has thrown at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll drop to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And the slot man goes in motion left.
Panther 11, Panther 11.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Looking to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They're going to run the sweep. It's Samuel. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll look to throw.
Working the sideline here. Did he get the feet in? Yes, they say that he did. Nice job tapping both of them down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Here's a 2nd and 7. Open man is Goddard, the tight end.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him, because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Now back to throw. Completes it to Samuel. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
They go back to the ground with Sanders. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Second down, back to Sanders.
They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
On third down, they'll run it with Sanders. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
He handed it off there, but I don't really know if he would have kept it or tried to do anything else if it would have mattered.
Yeah, it's not always a wrong read when a play gets stacked up. Sometimes they're just at the line of scrimmage with just too many bodies to maneuver.
And as a result, now they're looking at a 4th down. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You jump into your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away.
Taken in at the 3. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. Now Lance on the bootleg.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes.
Josh Sweat rushing in and bringing him down to the ground. I'm sure a lot of time was spent in the locker room, Charles, with talking with his defense about setting a tone here in the third quarter when you're down on the scoreboard. A sack like that, maybe that can get them going.
Yeah, you have to believe exactly what you just said, that they got together and said, let's be some change agents here. Let's go ahead and turn things around.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football.
Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Second down, back to Sanders. And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. 72 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. On the counter now, it's Sanders. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit
under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Quay Walker came through to make the sack. Now, the #1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
Yeah, and this time it's going to come from the middle linebacker, because watching the lineman, it seemed to me that they thought he was going to drop back into pass protection, but he surprised them and came on the blitz instead and had a pretty clear run to the quarterback.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again.
More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
So on comes the Eagle kicker, Jake Elliott, on 4th down. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. The kick by Elliott is good. And the lead is back down to 3 here at 16-13.
Well, the 3 points certainly helps, but you feel like, Charles, at this stage of the game, when you force those turnovers, you need to start converting them into touchdowns.
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised myself, because I thought in this situation, they were thinking end zone or bust. Now they got to rely.
There he goes, right side. Still going past the 30. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown. Such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork, to be able to put it all together. But that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
Point after try forthcoming. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Taken in at the 3. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
I'll tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete.
There we go.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. A give running left. It's Sanders. And some room to roam now.
93 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They're going to look to throw. Taking a shot for Samuel. And this throw will be intercepted.
Picked off by Tariq Carpenter. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
The disaster there, I mean, you saw it coming. The pressure gets knocked down, the interception.
Sometimes the best throw you make is the one you
don't make.
Exactly. Take care of the football. He'll also learn how to shrug his shoulders, take the proper slide steps to alleviate some of the pressure. But occasionally, like the one we just saw, sometimes just hold on to the football and take the hit.
9 yards is the pickup there, and he'll have a 2nd and 1. They'll keep it on the ground. Goodson. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football.
The Lance going to throw. Finding more on the out route for the completion. Touchdown, Packers! An important score there, CD, and now an important extra point because it would make it a 3-score game.
Love the math there, and at this point in the 4th quarter, look, we all need next-gen stats, right? We all use them, but we don't need them here, do we? Because that means it's almost a certain victory.
An extra point attempt here still to come. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away.
Taken in at the 3. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Ready, set.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
A good gain on first has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29.
On 2nd down, a run was strong.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far. And it's cost them.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. And some space here. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders with his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Eagles have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. The touchdown. Here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, there are two scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Hey, hold you.
They'll keep it on the ground. Goodson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside, but he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss.
And they fake the handoff. Now Lance.
Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
And Lance now to throw. Throw over the middle, caught by Jordan.
And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 21. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the fourth quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sets his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. Goodson. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A 22-yard scamper.
And the Packers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Well, it has been the passing game that's really been responsible for much of the scoring so far. But let's not forget about this running attack. They're pretty good, too, as evidenced right there.
And I think, Brandon, the fact that they've thrown the ball so well contributed to that touchdown, because that was a defense that was really keyed up to cover those receivers. All they wanted to do was blanket them. They didn't have enough men in the box to stop the run, and you saw the end result.
So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away.
Taken in at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Here we go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Now a play fake here on first down.
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked off by Anthony Barr. And the Packers will take over here just shy of the 30.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
102 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Here we go.
And they take a knee.
Ready.
So it's all over. A Green Bay victory, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary.